Nipsey Hussle was a piece of shit. A piece of shit rolling 60 gangbanger. Who gives a about a gangbanger?
Now King Von ain't King Von no more. He on his back looking up with bones. He ain't even got skin on his ass no more. Lil Timmy did that.
Charleston White has recently become an internet sensation for his extremely disrespectful opinions on tons of rappers, and his recent fight with Soulja Boy has people talking about him even more. But how did Charleston White have his rise to fame and become one of the most hated men in the rap industry? His story starts in Fort Worth, Texas, where he was born and raised by his mother while his father was out of the picture for most of his life. Without a positive male role model in Charleston's life, he would turn to the streets and end up becoming a member of Crips, and at just 14 years old, a violent incident happened that nearly cost his freedom. Charleston White and a few of his friends were at a Foot Locker and attempted to shoplift from the shoe store, but a bystander sprung into action and attempted to stop the boys. Charleston felt the Good Samaritan had stepped out of place, which angered him and his friends so much that they decided to shoot and kill the man right there on the scene. Although Charleston White didn't pull the trigger, his role in the murder was enough to get him charged and sentenced for the killing, but he was sent to a juvenile detention center since he was a minor. When Charleston turned 18, he was going to be transferred to an adult prison, but the workers at the juvie center he was staying at vouched for him and said he could be reformed instead, to which the judge agreed. Charleston White was then sent to state school for 4 years, and the act of kindness that the staff had showed him inspired Charleston to make a change in his life. When he was finally released, he abandoned the gang stuff and went for a normal life. He even started a program called Hype, which helps educate troubled kids about the seriousness of being incarcerated at a young age. But Charleston White began to get internet attention when he created a YouTube channel and began sharing his opinions all over social media, although some of his extreme takes got a major backlash.
I saw a man that didn't have the will to live when I saw George Floyd die. Nigga, you just go lay down?
Despite the negative attention he was getting, Charleston got his real rise to fame after giving his hot takes about several popular rappers while expressing his hatred for the rap culture and its negative impact on the community. Charleston White's first viral video came after he had a very bizarre and disrespectful response to an interviewer's question about the death of popular Chicago rapper King Von.
It's over with for Von. He ain't no motherfucking king. He is in hell where he belongs, burning with the rest of the demons. He was a demon, wasn't he?
Celebrating a popular rapper's death would already piss off a lot of the rap industry, so it wasn't surprising when a Chicago rapper and close friend to King Von named 600 Breezy pulled up and confronted Charleston. The two were somehow able to talk it out without anyone getting hurt, but the situation was just a glimpse of what Charleston White was going to get himself into. He'd continue to have public feuds with other rappers like Julio Fulio, Kevin Gates, and Crip Mac, which is just the shortened list, but his beef with Soulja Boy became the biggest moment of his career. The two of them began going at it after an interviewer asked Charleston White why all of Soulja Boy's ops have been turning up dead, and this was his hilarious response.
I want to remind Soulja Boy, you ain't got no mother ops, nigga. And watch them you. Remember, you was on your tiptoes.
Soulja has never been someone who holds back his opinion, and this situation was no different since Charleston's comments enraged Soulja Boy and even began screaming about it on Instagram Live.
Next nigga you bring up to your platform to speak on my name, I'ma come blow that shit up. 100%. That's what I did. So what the did you do besides go on the internet and talk about rappers?
But Soulja Boy was more offended than he was letting on, since he and 11 of his homies pulled up on Charleston White to try and jump him. Soulja Boy wouldn't end up getting the reaction he was looking for because Charleston defended himself and sprayed Soulja Boy with some mace. The rapper then fled into his black van while fleeing embarrassed after losing a 12-on-1 fight to a man with mace. And Charleston White had some fun trolling him after the incident. Some might think that the threatening situation would make Charleston White watch what he says from now on, but he's already made more of the rap industry mad after speaking on the recent death of Florida rapper J.D. Youngin.
Bad man, what about J.D. Youngin got killed, man? So?
It's safe to say that Charleston White will never lose the hatred he has for rappers, which has made him one of the most hated men in the rap industry.